What is going on, guys? We are here today. Like I said, I'm doing a live. Like I said, it's going to do a live show once a week as of right now. It's called Pantherology 101 Live. So today we are going to be going over the mini camp from yesterday. I already did one from Tuesday. Now I'm going to do one, obviously, for yesterday. Now, another thing we are going to talk about too is I just wanted to do something fun, and that's talk about the NFC South, talk about their schedules, talk about their basically just kind of go over the playoff picture with them, talk about the Panthers. I'm not going to give too much insight on the Panthers due to the fact that, I just don't want to really go into much of the Carolina Panthers schedule because I'm going to do I just don't want to, because I'm going to actually go into the Panthers schedule, my final predictions for them. So I'm going to do that later on. So I'm not going to really dive in too much of the Panthers. I will give you a little sneak peek of what my prediction will be for them, even though I did an earlier prediction earlier on this week or on this month. So I will have a final projection for them. So like I said, we're going to talk about the NFC South, basically standings, playoff picture, and everything else. Probably some more NFL content. I'm going to start doing some more NFL teams, start doing some more projections for different divisions, and just kind of get more NFL stuff out there instead of just completely Panther stuff. Now, new video coming out tomorrow. We're going to talk about the things that offensively the Carolina Panthers can improve on. I made a list, narrowed it down to a couple, talk about them. So that's the video that's coming out tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. I will not be probably putting any videos out this weekend. I am going away on a trip. So maybe not. I might be able to sneak one in for Friday and then get it scheduled to be posted up on Saturday. So I'm going to try to do my best there. Anyways, guys, you know what to do. Pound the like button, pound the subscribe button, comment down below. Get in the super chat here. Get in there, chat it up. We're going to talk about, and then later on at the end, we'll probably do a little fun Q&A to finish off the day. Now, first things first, let's go ahead and get into, got some notes here. Got it in my phone. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull them up here. We're going to talk about the mini camp. All right. I typed these notes up yesterday. So, and look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just organized. All right. So, going into talk about what's going on. Sideshow Rob, Alejandro Flores, sup, bro? What's going on? ICP, what's going on? Trill One, what's good? Love it. Love it. Love the support, guys. Hang tight. We're going to go ahead. We're going to start getting into this. So, watched some highlight film, read some articles, and just kind of want to talk about the mini camp. I don't think much is going on today. I don't even think they're practicing today, if that's correct. Someone comment and let me know that, because I'm pretty sure I read that they're not practicing today, and they might only have like some mandatory thing they have to do out there, but I don't think they're practicing today. So anyways, so let's go and get into my mini camp notes that I made. So first thing first, the first thing that I watched, and I was watching highlights of Sam Darnold. So I feel like that the Panthers are throwing a lot at Sam Darnold for obviously good reasons, which I was noticing that. They do seem very confident in him. He at least being able to handle it. So a lot of the times they're saying that Sam Darnold's texting them at night, so it makes them feel good that he's obviously going home and still working. Running back Christian McCaffrey said he's been impressed with Sam Darnold. So that's good news to hear. Hearing other teammates saying they're impressed with him. Let's see what else I put down here. Matt Rule even mentioned Darnold's methodological progression at number of points this offseason. So they set and they've asked a lot of their quarterbacks this spring in hopes of pushing them to greater familiarity. And that's what I wrote down there. All right. So lots of good things from Sam Darnold so far from the training camp or mini camp. Now, that's some news for Sam Darnold. What else did I put down here? Oh, so Robbie Anderson. Darnold gives off an air of being comfortable here and saying that there's like a new aura with him, which I already mentioned that the other day. So just some, I took a couple key notes here about that. And then they were talking about COVID stuff. I don't really want to get into any of that. It's so complicated, and I'm so over it at this point. Can we just get back to normal and stop worrying about COVID? I get it. Like if Sam Darnold would have gotten it, or whoever else on the team doesn't have the vaccine, and so I don't think you would have. I don't really think that COVID's that big of a deal at this point. I don't know. And my girlfriend's a nurse, and she's saying that it's not that big of a deal, but who knows? I'm reading some of these comments here. So, D-Wade, I'm just ready for preseason. D-Wade, I am ready for preseason too. I'm kind of looking forward to this. Hoping I can catch some film on this practice that they're going to be doing, or scrimmage with the Colts. So I'm looking forward to that. I think preseason is so important. Everything so far this offseason, having the OTAs, having the mini camp, and then being able to do training camp and preseason is going to benefit this team so much more. I think you're going to see a bigger progression than we saw last year, not being able to do certain things that we are able to do this year, obviously due to last year because of the whole COVID thing, but I'm looking forward to that. So a couple of observations from the minicamp I did take. I'm not going to go through all these notes because, guys, I have like 5 pages here of notes. But the observations I really want to talk about here is the practice was, while the practice hasn't been very that competitive, but players are still taking the results very seriously from what I'm, looking into. Now, linebacker Denzel Perrion dropped to the ground and started doing push-ups to punish himself for not intercepting one of the tip passes. So I thought that was pretty funny. Rule let running back Christian McCaffrey, Shaq Thompson help coach for late stages of Wednesday's work. So that was interesting. So allowing the veterans to call timeouts for their respective sides. Defensive end Frank Herron left practice on the cart after an apparent injury. There hasn't been any an immediate word, unless I haven't gotten an update yet of his status. The Panthers were already without defensive Brian Burns there. All right, I'm going to try to pronounce his name, guys. I'm going to do it again. Getter Gross-Matos. I feel like I'm speaking Spanish, though, when I'm saying his name. Morgan Fox. So the depth was pretty temporary there during that with those 3 guys. But they're expected to be healthy by training camp start, so that's good news. All right, so that's enough of the mini camp. I didn't want to get into much of it, but because I had about 5 pages of notes. Mainly it was just about Sam Darnold and the defense, and basically it wasn't really much different than the mini camp that I talked about on Tuesday. So I want to really get into today, guys. I really want to dive into the NFC, our division. I really want to talk about the Saints. I really want to talk about the Bucs and the Atlanta Falcons. I really want to get into their schedules here, really talk about what I think we can expect from each thing. And I actually took notes down from this, basically standings and playoff berths. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with the Panthers first because it's going to be short and sweet. I'm going to have a final projection video come out about them. My early projection was 9-8, and we missed the playoffs. Okay. Now, I know that some of y'all got on me about that, saying, well, how can you say that? We're not going to make the playoffs, blah, 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 this and that. And I get it. All right. But I don't think that anymore. I'm really starting to ride high here, guys. And so what I'm going to basically all I'm going to say is I think we make the playoffs. I think we make the postseason, but I'm not going to go into the record. And I obviously the standings will be second place. I think we'll be right behind the Bucks, but I will say we make the playoffs. But I'm not going to give you my record prediction of what we do. So you'll have to figure that out once I do my final record prediction. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into. Hold on, let me see if I can get this here. Let me see if I can show you. All right, so I'm about to show you what I want. All right, if I can share it, give me 1 second here. All right. All right, so let's go through the Saints schedule first. All right, we're going to go through the Saints schedule first. And I don't think this is working right now. All right, so let's go through the Saints schedule first. All right, so let me get my notes up here about the Saints and this whole thing that I'm predicting here. So these are obviously just early predictions, what I think is going to happen here. All right. So question is record prediction, who will win the NFC South? All right. I already have the Bucks. I'm going to just go ahead and give you my standings. Bucks 1, us number 2. I'm going to go Saints 3, and I think the Falcons are going to be last, number 4. I could be wrong. We possibly could be seeing Atlanta actually take that 3rd spot, and I think that you possibly could see the Saints last, because I don't know how much I trust Jameis Winston to actually do that good, or even Taysom Hill. I'm not high on those guys. So I'm just not high at all. I don't see, you can't tell me the reason why Jameis Winston threw over how many interceptions was because of bad eyes. The guy won a national championship at FSU, and he won the Heisman. Or he was a Heisman candidate. No, he won the Heisman, right? Comment in the chat and let me know if I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure he won the Heisman. But either way, so let's go ahead. All right, we're going to go ahead and get into the Saints schedule. So we have week one, that we have them at home versus the Packers. Now, depending on what's this whole spiel's going on with Aaron Rodgers, which I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to be back in Green Bay, I'm going to go ahead and give the loss. Okay, Alejandro, thank you for the answer on that. I really appreciate that, guys. Pound that like button, pound the subscribe button, guys. Comment down below. Keep your comments coming. Don't forget to show your support with the super chat. Guys, also in the description down below in the channel, there is my social media, and then there's if you're feeling generous section. So if you're feeling generous, or you can also do that in the super chat. So don't forget about that super chat, that $, and the emojis. I pray that we don't have any injuries either, Sideshow Robbie. All right. So anyway, so week one against the Packers. All right. Let me get my pen and paper here because we are going to get into this. All right. So Saints, week one against the Packers. I have them down here. Okay. We're doing this based off if the Packers actually have Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go week one loss, okay? All right. Then they're in Charlotte. I'm giving them another loss. Okay. Then they're at the Patriots. This is like, for some reason, I'm like, this is a toss-up game. I feel I'm Sideshow Robbie. The reason why I'm not saying I think he's going to play week 1. I'm basing it off that I think that Aaron Rodgers is still going to be in Green Bay at this point. Okay. ICP, I don't think we're keeping that many wide receivers. I don't think we're keeping 7, maybe possibly 6, but I don't think we're keeping 7. All right, so Saints. So week 1 lost against the Packers at home. I think the Packers obviously are a way better team, especially even if Aaron Rodgers is there. If he's not there, obviously it's a nice win. So let's just say this. Saints loss with Aaron Rodgers. We'll go win if Rodgers is not there. So I'm going to put are there and are there, saying not Rodgers there, not Rodgers there. Okay, now here's another game. So this is a loss. All right. So number 2, week 2 against us at home, we're whooping their ass. All right, we're taking that dub. Now the Saints are at the Patriots. Okay, now the Patriots are that. I mean, obviously, it's not looking good for Cam, except Cam did go for like 17 and 21 in some of those drills, and I was reading up on him a little bit. And I don't know what to think about Cam right now, and I don't even know if he's going to start. I have him starting, but they said Mac Jones didn't look that great. Apparently, his like first or second pass of the drills, he threw an interception. So don't know how good he's going to be. Not really, too high on him anyways. Never was. So anyways, so back to that. I'm going to give the Saints the dub here. All right. I'm going to give them the dub, and then I'm going to write L. So basically, we're going to have what I think, but we're basically going to have this possibly and maybe not. Yeah, I think 6 wide receivers too. Sideshow Robbie, ICP, DJ Moore, Robbie, David Moore, Marshall, Shy are locks if healthy. Yes, Omar and Brandon. I think it's going to end up being Brandon Sideshow, but ICP, I definitely agree with you. Cam will start. So kind of we're going to be doing like an average and then like their ceiling. So basically, this is probably what's going to happen. And this is where they possibly could end up. So right now, week 1, they lose to the Packers with if Rodgers is there, but they don't win if they do get the win if Aaron Rodgers is not there. All right, then they come to us. Either way, it doesn't matter. We're whooping their ass in week 2. All right, week 3, I'm going to give them the dub, even if Cam or whoever starter is. But they possibly could lose this game. It's like a 50-50 game for me. So I'm putting 50-50 beside that just to let myself a little note here. Now, going to go into the Giants. They're at home versus the Giants. I like the Giants this year. I think the Giants are a very underrated team. I think that Daniel Jones is going. I think this is the time Daniel Jones has to come in his own and actually show that he can be a franchise guy. If he doesn't, then the Giants need to go a different direction and start looking elsewhere or looking towards the draft. But in this situation that the Saints are at home, I'm going to say this is tough. This is another 50-50 game for me. Like I'm also a very indecisive person, so that's probably showing right now. So, yeah, let's go. I'm going to give them the dub. All right. But it could be a possible loss. So another 50-50 game here. All right. I'm writing 50-50 beside these. Okay. So, all right, week 5, they're at Washington. All right, I don't see them beating Washington. So I'm going to give them the L here. All right. But it's also, they're at Washington, depending on that defense. I mean, Saints defense are still still pretty damn good. So I'm going to go loss here, though, at Washington. I think the Washington football team's defense is better. And I think now adding on offensive weapons, Brian Magic, back there, I could see it also. I could also see a win, but I'm going to go L and possibly a win here as well. I'm going to just kind of keep them 50-50 all the way down. All right. Basically what I think, but what their ceiling could be if they put things together and Jameis doesn't throw interception on every other pass. All right. Week 6, they have a bye week. All right. So in week 7, the Seahawks. At the Seahawks. That's an L. I don't care which way you look at it. That's an L. Russell Wilson's going to get the dub there. All right. Then they're home against the Buccaneers. That's another L. I don't see them beating the Buccaneers. Okay. I don't really see much people beating the Buccaneers. Then they're home against the Falcons. I'll give them the dub here. All right. So, writing stuff down here, guys, while we go. This is fun. I don't know if y'all are having fun. You're probably making fun of me, but that's all good. I don't give a shit. All right, Patriots. I've got to write the names beside here so I don't forget, because that would not be good. By the way, I'm taking a break from work to do this, just to let you all know. Thank God I didn't have any meetings for the rest of the day, so that's good. Buccaneers. Okay, back on Falcons. All right, so we're all the way to week 9. So now we're in week 10, and they're at the Bucs. Or not the Bucs. Sorry. They are at the Titans. I'm going L. I don't care which way you look at that. That's a game that's automatically an L. So I'm writing 50-50 besides these teams here. All right. So now week 11. Week 11. At the Eagles. I think the Eagles suck. I don't see them being that good this year. And if anybody else wants to dispute that, you're more than welcome to. But, I just don't see it happening. Guys, keep showing your support here. I really appreciate it. All right, so week 11, they are against the Eagles. All right, I'll give them the dub here, okay? I don't see them losing to the Eagles. I just don't think the Eagles are going to be that good. I don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer. Just too much going on there. Okay, they're against the Bills during Thanksgiving. That's an easy L. That's not even 50-50. All right, week 13. They are Thursday Night Football versus the Cowboys. I'm going to give them the L, but possible win. I think that's a toss-up game because I think the Cowboys having Dak back obviously helps that situation. All right, week 14. All right, see, look. Writing stuff down as we go, guys. All right. Comment in the section. Let me know what you think. All right. We're talking about the Saints schedule here. All right. So now, and then I have my other notes here. So basing it off of what I've put down and then kind of just writing it out for shits, kind of doing a scale here. All right, so now week 14, they're at the Jets. I don't see them losing to the Jets. I don't think that like the Jets. I still think the Jets are a fire dumpster of an organization. So with Mr. Bug Eyes gone now. All right, 15 at the Buccaneers. Definitely a loss. Okay, another loss. Okay, week 16. They're facing the Dolphins. I think that's another loss. The Dolphins are going to be very good this year. Again, last but not least, week 17 at the Falcons. I'm going to give them, it's probably not going to matter at this point, but I'm going to give them a win, but it could be a loss. So it's a 50-50 game. All right, as of right now, so they average out so what I think and then what they possibly could be. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I have them going 7 and 10. That is my prediction for the Saints. Possibly, though, if we reverse this, so they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ew. So basically, their upside is 7 and 10. Their downside is 6 and 11. Okay, that's the ratio I'm putting together right now. That's where I put them. Probably with that, probably puts them maybe last, maybe third place. But that's where I have them right as of right now. A lot of people actually have the Saints going 10 and 7 this year. I don't see it happening. I just don't think Jameis Winston's going to be that good. Dan Mitch is in the chat. What's up, brother? All right, so now that was the Saints. So let's go over my notes here about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be fun. I mean, I don't even need to write this down. So they're versus the Cowboys. That's a win for week 1. Versus the Falcons. That's week 2. They're definitely winning that. At the Rams. Could be a fun game. Could be a loss. Depends. But I'm going to give them the win. Now, they're at the Patriots. Sunday Night Football. Going to give them the win there at the Patriots. I think Tom Brady's going to go in there and be like, look what you missed out on. Dolphins. Going to give them the win. At the Eagles. Going to give them the win. At the Bears. Going to give them the win. At the Saints. Week 8. Nope, that's a loss. No, that's a win. Sorry. Apologize. So they're 8-0 by week 9. All right. 8-0 by week 9. I give them the win at the football team. So 9-0. Win at the Giants. 10-0. Lose. Now lose. I'm going to give them the loss at the Colts. I think Carson Wentz going to put everything together, and that Colts defense is very good. So I give them their first loss. So they're 11-1. Then they're at the Falcons, win. Play the Bills. I give them the loss. So that's 2 losses. All right. Then versus the Saints at home. That's a win. Versus us week 16 as of right now at the Panthers. I'm going to give them the L there. So that's 3 losses. Then they're at the Jets. That's a win. Then they're against us again, but they're home. I give them the win, unfortunately. All right. So that's 13. That would be 14-3. All right. They're obviously going for 2 here, guys. They're going back for back-to-back championships. I think their upside, I mean, they're going to go their low side's probably like 12-5. Their high side is what I just predicted, 14-3. All right, they're going to be number 1 in the division. All right, I'm not going to go into Carolina Panthers. I'm just letting you know now they'll be second in the division, and they will be in the playoff picture. But I'm not going to give you my full record prediction. I'm not going to do all that with them. All right, last but not least, the Atlanta Falcons. All right. Now, week 1, they have the Eagles. I gave them the win. At the Buccaneers, loss. At the Giants, loss. Versus the football team, loss. Versus the Jets, I'll give them the win there. All right, so we are 2-3. They have a bye week, week 6. At the Dolphins, I'm going to go. All right, hold on. Let me write these down. Week 1. Week 1. Here we go. The Eagles. Okay? I just don't see the Eagles being that good. So I'm going to give them the dub there. Buccaneers, loss. Week 2. Week 3, Giants, loss. Week 4, football team. Washington football team, loss. All right. Home versus the Jets. I'll give them the dub. All right. Bye week. At the Dolphins, loss. Home against us. I'll give them the loss. At the Saints, loss. At the Cowboys, loss. Sorry. Versus the Patriots, loss. They'll never come back from that 28-7 deficit. At the Jaguars, I'll give them the dub. Versus the Buccaneers, loss. At the Panthers, going to give them another loss. At the 49ers, going to give them another loss. Versus the Lions, I'll give them the dub. At the Bills, a loss. Home versus Saints, probably at the end of the season. I think I gave the Saints the win, but that's a 50-50 game there too as well. But I won't be too harsh, so I'll give them the dub. So their upside is probably like 6-11. Their downside is probably 4-13. So that is the Atlanta. So Bucks 1, Panthers 2, probably the Saints 3, Atlanta 4th place. That is your NFC South. The Panthers and the Bucks make the playoffs. Saints and Atlanta, we'll see you next year. Deuces. So that is the NFC South. That is my standings prediction. Kind of just going over it there for you. Just a little fun there. All right. Got 30 minutes left here before your boy has to go to the gym. Okay? Got to start hydrating. So we talked about minicamp. Talked about the NFC South standing predictions, all that. Now start commenting, guys. Give me some comments. Give me some topics you want to talk about, or talk about the NFL standings, or I'm not the NFL standings. Talk about the NFC South standings. Tell me what you think about that. Well, give me something here. There's 5 of us watching. Not enough people. Where's all my people? Everybody commented in my last video, about 20 of you saying, I can't wait for the live show. And there's 5 people here. So, guys, pound that like button, pound the subscribe button. Comment down below. Comment. Get in the group chat. Show your support. Watching from the UK. Holy cow. Wow. Dan Mitch is in the chat. What's up, Dan Mitch? Warnold, what's up? Jim Met. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from the UK. Guys, so like I said, Bucks 1, Panthers 2, Not going to give you the final record prediction. The Bucks low side, I would say, is 12-5. Their high side is 14-3. Panthers, not going to give. I'll give you Panthers low side. I think the Panthers low side is 8-9. I think the high side is 11-6. The Saints, I think their high side is 7-10. I think their low side is probably about 5-11, since I said 7-10. So, or 5-12 would probably be their low side. I think Atlanta, they're probably a 4-13 team. High side, I'll probably go 5-12 or 6-11. I don't know. I don't see them being that good. Warnold, I don't think the Panthers will make the playoffs next season. I think they'll be in the hunt, but I think 2022. I think if this team with the defense that they have, and if Sam Darnold can produce, which I am going to be talking about more of the offense because I've been really diving deeply into the defense lately. I think if if we look at the defense, where's the hole at besides probably the free safety position? And that there's not much holes there. All right. You look at the offensive side. Could you say the tight end position could be better? Absolutely. Other than that, wide receiver, running back, we are good. Quarterback possibly could be another decision that we might have to make next season, depending on how Sam Darnold plays. But I think, I predicted earlier that, in my early record predictions that Carolina would probably finish, I think, third in the league, in our division, going 9-8 behind the Saints and the Bucks. Because the Bucks, they possibly could go 10-7. They possibly could be, because there's 4 wins on there that I didn't give them, and there were 7 of them, so they could go 10-7, 11-6, depending if they put it all together. I just don't know how much I trust Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston to do that. And that's why I don't know. I think that 4 wins right there, you talk about the Falcons and Saints, could be possible for the Carolina Panthers. There's games, though, that we always lose that we shouldn't lose, which happened a lot last year, obviously. But we have a different quarterback now because we don't have Teddy Checkdown back there. And now we have a guy who actually has a stronger arm and is probably willing to take risks, because if you look at a lot of the highlight film of Sam Darnold when he has made good plays was deep balls to Robbie Anderson. But I think the Panthers upside, when my early predictions, like I said, though, we went 9-8 and we didn't make the playoffs. But really, these offseason moves, adding J.C. Horn, all this kinds of stuff, really is making my mind really think. And I was positive last year, guys. I think my early predictions last year when I first started doing this channel that was actually like one of my first, I think that was my actual first video. And I think I said we go 7-9, which was what I said last year. And then I did a final prediction. I went 9-7, which I'm kind of basically doing again this year and kind of adding on some extra wins. But I want to give you my final record prediction and give you more insight on that. And so you'll have to tune in. But the NFC South is so interesting. It's probably one of the most interesting divisions in the NFL because so many things can happen. And these teams are always – all these teams are always contenders, it seems like, every year to make the playoffs. And they have been since I can remember. So, anyways, let's keep the chat going here. Now, let's do a little Q&A. We got 20 minutes left here. Let's do a little bit of a Q&A. Go ahead and start commenting. Give me your comments. Let's do some fun Q&A. Ask me some questions, and we'll dive right into it. people who are tuning in, tell your mom, your grandma, your brother, your cousin, your third cousin, your stepdad, your third stepdad, your fifth stepdad. I don't care. Tell them. Let them know. Pantherology. He's the man. Love watching his channel. I don't. Come on. Show your support. Like and subscribe. Show your support. Get in that super chat. Throw some love to me. Yeah, Q&A. Let's go. There's 7 of you watching right now. Let's start throwing some questions at me. Hit me with it. They are not practicing today, I don't think. Let me check here. That was another question I asked y'all, and I don't think they're practicing today, though. Warnold, I might stick with my 9-8, but every year though, it seems like teams keep sneaking into the playoffs that don't even have like winning records, and it's obviously with the how it is with the Dallas Cowboys and Eagles and Washington football team and Giants division that seems to happen. So they're not practicing this year. What do you mean? I'm talking about practice. I'm not talking about practicing. I'm talking about today. Thank you. I'm like, what? I was like, I figured they weren't practicing today, so I had that right. All right, so some Q&As. Ask questions, you get answers. Let's go. Hit me with it. I'm ready. Q&A. Let's go, people. Let's ask. The final part. Like and subscribe, guys. Keep liking the channel. Keep liking the live feed. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Keep the comments coming. Q&A. Let's go. If we're not going to ask any questions, and I'm going to hop on. What is going on today? All right, no questions, no nothing. Talked about training camp, talked about the NFC South and standing and playoffs prediction. When you're ready, give it another try. Google, don't talk back to me. Do you think Moton will sign a new contract? Yes. We have to. But we really need to find that left tackle position. And cover that blind side. We have obviously seen him practice and seen and heard that he's practicing over there at the left tackle position. So I'm wondering what that's going to be about. We'll probably hear. I mean, they've talked about it, not really been giving us much. I don't think they've been giving us much insight. I mean, I could go in more depth about it. I honestly think that they don't feel comfortable with the left tackles that they have. I don't think they feel that way. So, and Sam Darnold had a decent left tackle at the Jets, believe it or not, but the other side was so bad and up the middle was so bad. That's why he was getting murdered every time they were playing. Any more questions? Any more Q&As? There's only 2 people watching now. Everybody's leaving. Woo! All right. Well, if everybody's leaving, I'm going to hop off. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Just a short live video today. We're definitely going to do one next week. I might change the time. That might be the reason why not a lot of people are watching. So I'll definitely do this again. I hope you enjoyed today's live video. Definitely go live again here soon. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day, and y'all know what to do. Good things coming, new things coming. Keep pounding.